Okay, so welcome to Talk to the Hand. We're going to be watching a video on computer security, and it's from Click. Okay, so we're going to watch it together, and you can ask me questions, but I'll be stopping and starting it, and then we'll talk about it here in the Google Hangout, but we'll watch it in the other app. Okay. So I'm hoping you can access the app. If not, you'll just have to take our word for what we're seeing. Okay.
There, I think.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm streaming. I'm streaming our Hangout. I'm not going to stream the video, but we're going to watch the video together, and that's what we will be discussing. Any questions before I start? Anybody totally confused and going, I don't know what you're going on about?
Well, if nobody is on a mobile device, it's going to be okay. So I just hope everybody is on a
No, that's
a laptop.
I'm using my mobile, so maybe I need to change to my desktop.
Just you would have to switch, from one app to one application to the other application. Might be a bit complicated.
I think my general guideline for this session, especially where we're going to be sharing videos and audio, which is what Talk to the Hand's always been about, before they destroyed the technology. Now we've got the technology back. I would say use your laptop. Well, they did, didn't they? They took it. They gave it us, and then they took it away. I hate that. Don't take things away ever. Just give more. Yeah. Don't take stuff
given
away.
Is given. Oh, given is given.
Yeah, absolutely. But they did it. So now we've got it back. So I would suggest this session, laptop, computer. Okay. I would just make that suggestion. Okay, trams are... Oh, my goodness. We got a full house. Okay, hello, Traum. How many Traum Velts do you think there'll be by the end of the session?
At least 2.
At least. Hi, Traum. Don't forget to mute to switch off your video. Okay, we don't use video. Okay, so let's see. Traum, you will need... Hello? It's foggy in Austria.
Can you hear me too?
I can hear you, but you've got your video on. Make sure you mute your video. Switch it off. Okay. Move your mouse to the top.
Yeah.
And then click on the video symbol, the camera symbol.
Yeah.
So that it's got a, so that it's red with a line through it. Okay, because at the moment you're broadcasting to the world of foggy Austria, which means you've done the very sensible thing of putting a sticker over your camera, but you're using your bandwidth up.
I have a big butterfly sticking on the camera, so you can't see myself.
Okay, no, but you're using your bandwidth. Okay, even if you've got a sticker on it, just block it. You don't need it. Okay, just switch it off.
Yes.
We can't see the butterfly anyway.
That's it. No, exactly. We can't see the butterfly. We can just see a grey fog, and you're using your bandwidth. It doesn't matter if you've got it blocked. You are still using up your bandwidth. Okay.
I can't do it, Lynn. I clicked on the camera icon. Zugriff auf Kamera und Mikrofon immer blockieren. And I say yes.
Yeah, do it within the application. Do it within the application, not on your computer. Let me just show you. Hang on. Let me just do a screen share. I'll just do a screen share.
Got it.
You've got it. Yay. Okay, good. Well done.
Well,
and now we've got the moo cow. Yay. That's a moo cow. Okay. I mean, honestly, there's no benefit to having your cameras on for these sessions. None whatsoever. None. Maybe if we did a puppet show, perhaps, but we're not doing that. So don't bother. Save your bandwidth. Okay, so I hope everybody's got into the app. I will just give Traum the link so that she can join us, and then we will begin because we're going to run out of time otherwise. Okay, let me kill audio. So we're going to watch a little bit about computer technology. Okay, and it's a hot topic at the moment. I think Marion has done some sessions on it. How to keep yourself safe online, or nowadays it's more, can you keep yourself safe online? Is it even possible? So let's see. I hope everybody's in the app. Okay, so hopefully you can see the video, you can hear the video, and
Eileen.
I couldn't hear anything. I maybe change my parameter. I couldn't hear anything, so I will not intervene here. I will let you. I will try to check what's wrong with my computer. Let you run.
Okay.
Keep going with the session.
Okay,
I will just be silent.
So,
Eileen, can you just send me the link?
yeah, I did earlier, but I can put it in again. Here it is.
Yeah, because
you went out and came back in again. Yeah, okay, you lose everything, don't you? In fact, we've got two of you, Monique. Oh no, we've only got one of you now.
No, I'm sure that I'm here, so
okay. Okay, so those of you who could hear the video, where were they? Where were they shooting from? Any ideas?
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas, yeah. What did they? Not Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. It's always Las. I don't know why, but say Las Vegas. Yeah, Las Vegas. What did they call it? What did they gave some descriptive words about Las Vegas.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yes, absolutely. You've been to Vegas.
Yeah.
I've never been. But it doesn't really appeal to me either, to be honest. But I think I'd just get annoyed if I went there. But no, they called it something particular. The Strip. Did you hear it? The Strip.
Strip, and a lot of cash. They repeated it several times.
Yeah. Well, what's Las Vegas famous for? Does anybody know?
Casinos.
Yeah. Gambling.
Yeah,
Casinos, gambling, big money, high rollers, high rollers. And who did they meet? Who else was that? What famous person did she seem to meet in Las Vegas? Did you spot the famous person?
Could you?
Yeah, did you spot a really famous person? Yeah, well done, Artem. Elvis. Don't forget, Elvis with a capital E. Elvis. Yeah. I mean, he's the one who sang Viva Las Vegas, isn't he? Isn't that one of his songs? Viva Las Vegas. So they met Elvis, or not. And Elvis, do you know what we call people who dress up as Elvis sometimes for a job? They're paid to...
no idea.
Anybody? I mean, you can get good money if you look like Elvis. It can be a career. Honestly, I'm not joking. People pay to be married by Elvis.
There were news about the doppelganger Elvises, but some time ago, and I have no idea.
Yeah, we tend not to call them doppelgangers. Yeah. We call them impersonators. So it's an Elvis impersonator, somebody who's paid to impersonate. And it's quite legal because for one, he's dead. He has no legal say any longer. But you can be an Elvis impersonator, and being an impersonator is actually quite a well-paid job. It can be a well-paid job. If you look like a famous person, you can become an impersonator.
I once I saw another Kate Middleton, but I don't remember really.
Yeah, any royal member.
No.
Yeah, no, any member of the royal family, if you look a little bit like them. Or politicians are quite popular as well. Of course, politicians come and go. So one week you're fully booked to look like Margaret Thatcher, the next week she's dead, you're no longer required. So it's a little precarious as a career. But Elvis impersonators, even though Elvis is dead, they're very popular still because he was so famous. Beatles impersonators as well. Yep, you can make a bit of money doing that. So if you look like somebody famous, go for it. Okay, Ayatollah, no problem. You're going to listen. That's okay. That's okay. You will need this link though, because we're watching a video together, okay? Fingers crossed Zom can come back. Okay, let's carry on. Let's carry on watching the video. Okay, so they're in Vegas, but they're not there to do any gambling at the casinos. What are they there to visit?
The DEF CON?
Yeah, DEF CON. And what's this particular DEF CON? It's a hackathon.
Yeah. And actually it happened recently. It is the DEF CON.
Yeah, absolutely. And it says DEF CON 101 hackathon. And there's one guy who really annoyed me because he's got a T-shirt saying "I hack charities." I'm like, I'd punch you if I saw you wearing that there. Now, we often use this suffix "athon." Can anybody think of a very famous sport or a very famous way of running that uses "athon"? Yeah, marathon. So they're using...
Peloton.
That's
Peloton.
it, yeah. They're using that athon just to say hackathon, as in it's going to go on for a long time. That's all they're going to do. A marathon, it's a long race. You just run, okay? So, marathon, hackathon. They're just playing with the word, yeah? Any questions so far?
How do you spell this then something? I haven't.
Oh,
I'm not sure.
I think that's it.
Thank you.
I think it's DevCon.
Never heard of. Am I very ignorant?
Yes, basically DevCon as in developers, yeah? Okay. And so DevCon, I believe you have to sign up or quite early. And there's lots of workshops, and it's like it's basically a convention for developers, and the hackathon is part of it, or a sort of bit like the dark web kind of part of it. I say, it's DEF CON. Is it DEF CON? Oh, Monique, are you right and I'm wrong? I don't mind, but... It might be DEF CON. I always thought it was DevCon, but no, DEF CON, you're right. DEF CON Hacking Conference. Yeah, they've even got their own website. Now, who else? There's obviously hackers at this event. I'm not even going to go to their website, though. I just suddenly thought, do I really want to visit a hacking website? No, I don't think I do. Okay, so well done, Monique. DEF CON. Don't click. I think daft thing to do, clicking on a hacker's website. No. So, who else is going to be at this hackathon? Not just the hackers, but...
Robbers too.
No, I'm thinking of the other side of the coin. I'm thinking of the other people. You've got the hackers and you've got the people who want to stop the hackers. Who will be there?
I don't remember the word. Security guys.
More
But there
than
was
that.
something about robbing and stealing in this.
Oh, yeah, yeah. But the people who want to stop them will be there as well. The law enforcement agencies. Law enforcement agencies. Who do you think will be that? Who can you name a law enforcement agency? An American one, especially.
FBI.
Yeah, the FBI. Yeah, not EBI. I don't. Maybe there is an EBI, but the FBI I was thinking of. Was that a typo, Shiny? Does anybody know what FBI stands for? Any of you know what
Something
it actually
with-
means?
Something with bureau.
Yeah, Bureau's the middle one. That's the B.
Yeah, I know.
You're also
I forgot.
law-abiding. It's the Federal Bureau.
A federal
Well done.
Bureau of Intelligence
No, not intelligence.
No.
Investigation.
Investigation.
Yeah. And they've got a website too. You can look at the world's most wanted people on the FBI website. See if you recognise any of your friends. See if you recognise me. I might be wanted. No, I'm not. Nobody wants me. Okay, let's carry on then.
And for our first hack of the show, Daniel here has got an extra piece of software running, allowing him to hear what's being typed on the other end of a Skype call.
Okay, so what's the first? This is the bit we're going to watch, by the way. So what
Piece of software, I remember, yeah?
Yeah. This guy's demonstrating a piece of software. What does this piece of software do? Did you catch it? And where does it do it? What application does it actually do it on, so to speak? What application is it aimed at? And it's very relevant for a lot of Learn English Network members. Something I was unaware of before I watched this programme. And I saw it and I thought, OMG. Anybody catch it? Well, let's go back and have another listen. Oh, hang on. Yeah, okay.
First hack of the show, Daniel here has got an extra piece of software running, allowing him to hear what's being typed on the other end of a Skype call.
A call, she said.
Yeah, she said call,
Sky-
not
Skype.
Skyfall. Think about Sky.
Skype.
Yeah.
Skype call.
Skype call. So have another listen. Okay.
So how does it work? Up against law.
Oh, hang on. Let me just mute. Okay. Okay, so he has a piece of software that allows him to hear what's being typed at the other end of a Skype call.
Oh la la.
I know. I know. That's what I thought. That's kind of scary, isn't it? Now, what use would it be, do you think? And how does it work? Any ideas? Have you heard of this? Have you, you all use, a lot of you use Skype, so I'm sure you inform yourselves of these things. Had you heard of this particular piece of software?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Anyone else?
Sorry, Lynn, but I couldn't. Actually, I cannot see the video. I don't know. I don't know if it is that up, but I'm using my phone now because it's just breaking up every time.
Oh.
And I couldn't hear the last part. So what is the software or the thing?
It might be the connection. Now, don't forget what you can do is use your computer for one thing and use your phone for another thing. Okay, so if you want to use your phone for the call, all you need to do to use your computer for the video is to enter the mycircle.tv, go to that website, and then just enter that code. Okay, and that should bring you to the video.
Do you have the link from the video, but not from this app, but directly from YouTube?
Yes, I can give you that.
Please.
Yeah, of
because
course.
I think is that
Yeah,
app?
no,
I don't
of
know.
course I can. Of course I can. Of course I can. Here you go. There it is. Okay. So we're up to we are up to 1 minute 29. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so Shiny just typed no. Do you mean, Shiny, you don't know what use it would be? Why would they use this? I mean, you're on Skype, you're chatting away. Do any of you multitask on Skype?
Yes.
No, rather not. But sometimes somebody else is contacting me. Yes, but I only rarely use Skype.
Okay, but when you're there, Monique, you said you do multitask. So you're in a call on Skype and you're doing other things on your computer, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, what sort of things
Yes,
do you do?
Like I'm maybe surfing on internet or just doing something on maybe Word or any other thing, just work stuff, let's say.
That's what you've got to watch out for with this piece of software. I think if you're in Skype and you're just chatting and you're using text chat, it's fine because the person, what's the point of knowing what somebody is entering on their keyboard? You can read it, they're writing. What if they're writing to somebody else? Well, you can see what they're writing. Or you can work out later with this software what they've written. What if they decide, oh, I'll do a bit of banking whilst I'm on Skype? Oh, I'll just log into my Facebook account. That's when it's dangerous. Because they can then figure out your password. That's Shiny, yeah, I know. What a shame Zom's not here. I terrified her last Thursday in Speakeasy. Now I can terrify her again. But yeah, so the idea of this software, they're not doing it so they know what you're saying to your friends. They're not doing it so they know what you're typing in another chat room. They're doing it so they know what your password is. It's another way of stealing your password. So scary, I know. Let's carry on watching. Oh, hang on. Sarah wants to join us. Let's see if we can get her in. Okay, so how does it work?
Each key has a unique fingerprint because of its position of its keyboard, and they can have your passwords, things like that, sensitive.
Yep. Each key has a particular signature, a sound it makes because of where it's placed on your keyboard, and this must be quite sensitive software, can figure out where on the keyboard the key is. Now you're scared, Ayatollah. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not doing this to scare you. I think it's interesting. It's got some interesting vocabulary. But it's also, I do think we need to know that these things are out there. Traum, you didn't know that. Well, I didn't know that either. Now, I don't know. It must be different on different keyboards, though. I would have thought, I mean, I've got a particular kind of keyboard. Not everybody's got the same keyboard. So I'd love to talk to this guy and say, well, would it work on my keyboard? Would it work on my laptop the same way? Because my laptop keyboard is different, obviously, to my PC keyboard. Traum, take the mic.
No, I just wanted to say that I am a lucky person because my computer skills are so poor, and it's almost impossible to use more than one tools when I am work with Skype.
So that's it. You're in Skype. You're in the call. You're not doing anything extra. Well, phew.
The only thing I would do is to open the dictionary, because if I don't understand a word, then I look it up there. That's the only one I do beside Skyping.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's what they're trying to do. As I said, they're not trying to listen into your Skype. They can. They're in the call. That's how they record. But it's a horrible thought, isn't it? That somebody's trying. They're so desperate to get our passwords, our email, our bank details, that they're developing this stuff. We are talking, by the way, Sarah, check your sound settings. Okay, now you check your sound settings. I'll just do a quick screen share. Okay, so you check your sound settings on this little button here. Okay, go to settings and then make sure you've got your microphone chosen, and you've got the speakers, or if you're using your headset, you've got that chosen as your output. So you check your input and your output. Okay, unfortunately I can't provide technical help because hello Ilyana, thank you. We're nice to see you here. We're talking about security online, computer security, and we're watching a video together. You can watch it on YouTube, or you can watch it live, being paused and started with us here. So at the moment, Monique, we're up to 1 minute 53. Okay.
Actually, I had to open this the link, but in another browser. Excuse me. So let's see if it works.
Okay,
I'm not sure.
Fingers crossed. I mean, I'm using Chrome for this, and it's working fine for me. But I am on my PC. I'm not on a laptop, and I'm not on Wi-Fi. You know what I always say about Wi-Fi? It's wobbly.
No, I use Wi-Fi every time, and it's okay. I don't know, something happened. It's just because we are talking about the hacking and stuff like that.
Okay, well, if they are blocking calls in Hangouts, that's miserable of them. They're misery guts. I can't do anything if it's blocked. You can try a VPN or something like that. But that's why I liked Webinar Jam, because it had got around that. But that's life. We'll see if Webinar Jam works sometime in the future. Okay, let's carry on watching. Okay. Okay. So, did anybody catch what he'd been working on recently?
Major vibration of voice.
Measure, not major, measure.
Measure.
To measure the vibration but it was in a particular. I can't even imagine how this would work. But to measure the vibration in a crisp packet.
Yeah, sounds funny.
I just don't. We were talking about imagination in an earlier session in Kitely. Traum was there, Dope was there, but Dope's had to leave, I think. But anyway, Traum was there, and we were talking. I can't imagine this one, Traum. Okay, to record someone's voice by measuring the vibration in a crisp packet. My imagination fails me here. I just can't imagine how it would work.
Yeah, they are so
interesting, but he did say that the technology advances quickly, so evidently.
Yeah, but why a crisp packet? What's the crisp packet got to? Why not just use a microphone?
Very strange.
Very strange.
They want to be cool.
I wish I could talk with these guys. What? Tram wants to know about your avatars, guys.
No. It was addressed to Poetria. Sorry. I saw her. I saw Monique's photo. Sorry, and then I saw Poetria's photo, and some do make the same gesture.
Yes, that's true. I think Poetria's one is meant to look thoughtful, and Monique's is, of course, she's on her phone.
Yeah. How you know that?
But unfortunately, Traum, there were no phones during this period, so I wasn't able to phone.
That's all right, Tram. It was quite funny.
Very funny.
Okay, let's carry on then. I still don't get the crisp packet bit, but I thought I'd misheard it, to be honest. But he definitely says crisp packet. Okay, let's carry on. Okay, so now I know...
ransomware, it's very scary. There were cases of ransom computers.
Yeah,
expensive.
Absolutely, and it hit recently in Europe and across the world, actually, in a massive ransomware attack that even affected hospitals. Now, I know I know that Marion has covered this in another session. It was called WannaCry, because like WannaCry, do you want to cry? And it's just like horrible hack. So we're going to skip through that because that's what we can do with this particular app. So at the moment, Monique, we're at 2 minutes 59.
No, it's okay. No problem because it works. Yay! I'm working on Firefox. So now it's perfect. I don't have any...
On Firefox? Okay, good to know. Good to know. Yeah. Okay. But I think you can't... Were you able to access the... you can't access the call on Firefox, can you? I think you can only get into the Hangout on Chrome.
I'm using Chrome for this Hangout.
Okay, so you're using... I like to know these things so I can tell somebody in the future. You're using Chrome for the call and Firefox for the video. Yay! Perfect. Yep. Well done. You're very clever. Yeah, they are resourceful. And as she says, they're desperate to get our information. And they're making a lot of money out of this. And I think it's the crime of choice, to be honest. So who's doing this stuff? That's the thing. Who's actually doing this kind of thing? Has anybody got any ideas?
Just to prevent that from to happen, or what do you mean?
Well, no, who are the hackers? Who are these mysterious folk?
I know that Russian hackers are very good and famous, but in Canada there is also hackers competition. It was very interesting idea. But some of course are hacktivists, so they don't do any harm. Mm-hmm.
Well, quite often they talk about
for
black
example,
hat sorry. Quite often they talk about black hat and white hat hackers. I don't know if you know that.
But for example, governments pay skilled individuals to break into other states' systems in China or other countries to get information. Or sometimes it's just about sensitive data concerning money, bank accounts.
Yeah, well,
I think
we're talking about hacking wars, in fact. The UK government has asked parents to let their children loose on the internet so that they can actually build the skills we'll need in the future to prevent these massive hacks. So at the one time this is in the UK, by the way. At one point, we've got doctors saying, the medical council saying, don't let your kids spend too much time online. It's not good for them. And then we've got the government departments saying, let your kids spend as much time online as they want to. We need them. I don't know what the influence will win out, but I've got a feeling the doctors will be ignored by the children at least.
But I'm not sure if the parents would be so happy. I remember some times ago my internet connection didn't work, and I called the help desk, and two technicians came, and one of them told me a story about his son who was very clever, and he broke. There was a kind of a competition or something. I don't remember, and he was able to break in a system of a certain firm just for fun, and he told them that he had done this, but they didn't think it was funny, and they called the police, and afterwards the police discovered some interesting programs that weren't entirely legal, and of course everything ended very well, but the father had to pay.
Ouch.
Yeah.
But he was happy.
No.
Well, I mean, there is a part, if you watch the whole video, and I do recommend it, it's very interesting, but as I say, we won't have time to do that in this session. But if you watch the whole video, there is a part where they show the average profile of your general criminal in the UK is about 35, but the average profile or average age of your typical hacker is about 17. So it is something that young people seem to be attracted to. But as I say,
they are so clever, and they can
hang on.
easily.
Sorry, one at a time. Monique?
Yeah, no, I was just saying that they are so clever and they can do things easily. I mean, it's like they have a sort of ship or something like that, because young guys are really, really genius.
Well, again, you say genius, Monique, and I don't want to upset any hackers out there if they happen to come across this recording, but generally not. Now, the guys who write the programs are very clever, but the people who actually use them, you can, again, watch the video, the whole video. You can buy this stuff. You can even pay other people to do it. There's a very funny bit. I don't want to show it because I don't approve, but there's a very funny bit where the guy says, so you can actually, if you're too lazy to actually do your own hacking, you can pay somebody else to do it. And he goes, yes.
Well, I'm talking about the brain behind that. You know?
The people who develop the programs, a lot of the time, these hacks are not that clever. One of the big things about WannaCry was it targeted old technology, XP, okay, the XP operating system. Now, who's using XP? Well, hospitals, sadly, and other, it's what we call, I guess, money constraints, and also legacy technology, which won't run on other software on other operating system, ties them into this old buggy stuff that has exploits. So what they're doing is they're exploiting the stuff that's already known. One person does the exploit, then it hits the dark web, and now you can buy ransom software. I'm sure it can't be legal. Again, it's a bit mind-blowing for me. I'm like, what? You can just buy it on websites that you can just find by Googling, by searching on Google. That's crazy to me. I mean, Google, get your act together, close them down. I know there's a lot in this video that you might not have known. But we're going to skip forward now and look at something that's a bit more interesting and we're going to go all the way to 18 minutes, I think. So let's see if this works, guys. Jalil, you've just joined us. We're watching a video together in a separate piece of software, okay, which is what we kind of do sometimes. And it's a YouTube video. Apologies if you're not able to access YouTube. I can't do much about that, but we're watching it together on mycircle.tv, and there's the link to the actual video as well. We're going to start watching at around 18 minutes 40-ish, okay? So let's carry on. Always a bit dodgy getting this. Okay, I hope this is it. Okay. Okay, so we're just outside Las Vegas now. What's she looking at?
The first fingerprints of Americans.
Not fingerprints. Handprints. Yes, well done, Ayatollah. Handprints.
Oh, yeah.
We'll come to why handprints in a minute. So, yes, the very first sort of early examples of handprints, maybe a handprint signature, if you like, and of Native Americans. Yeah. And yes, the Red Rock, just outside Las Vegas, and they gave it a particular name. Did anyone catch the name of it? No? Okay, let me just play that bit again. Okay, did anybody catch?
The hands of cross time.
The hands across time. Yeah, it's like they were saying hello to us from hundreds of years ago, thousands of years ago, actually. At Red Rock in Nevada. That's it, just outside Las Vegas. Yeah. So Red Rock's the area, and this particular rock, and tourists go there, and it's called the Hands Across Time, which I think is really nice, personally, because I'm a hand.
Yeah.
I'm sad, I know, I'm sad. Okay, let's carry on watching. Okay, so what are they doing there? Bye, Liliana.
They are scanning, kind of scanning of handprints, and he said that it was more secure because in the case of fingerprints, the surface is much smaller, and it's more exactly for handprints.
Yeah, so they're scanning the whole hand, okay, and the handprint by using multiple cameras and getting a 3D image of the hand, including what? He mentioned a particular part of the hand. If you put your hand down flat, okay, and look at the top of the hand.
The inner side of the hand, they were interested more on the inner side?
Not quite, no, because they're also looking at the veins in the hand. Yeah? He actually mentions the veins. So let's carry on watching. I'll just replay that so you can listen out for that when he says, and the veins of the hand as well. Okay? Okay, so
it's vein structure.
That's it. Yeah, that's the whole surface of the hand, and if you notice, not just. Do you know what the when you have your hand facing you? What do we call it? That part of the hand with it facing you.
Palm?
So not just the palm. Okay, sorry, Ayatollah. Yeah, when it's the time on the calendar, we often overrun because it's not a lesson, it's a session. But you won't miss too much. You can watch the replay if you want to later, okay? Thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, the palm. So not just the palm of the hand, but the back of the hand as well, which I found quite strange. So maybe you're going to have to do some kind of, I don't know, Beyonce movement as a security. Show your palm and show, nice moves. Now, why? I don't know what kind of smartphone you've got, but my hubby's smartphone, if he wants, I can't log into his smartphone because I need his fingerprint, which is, to me, really secure. You know, a fingerprint is unique, isn't it? So why the whole hand? Why suddenly do we have to look at the whole hand? Not... What's going on?
More accurate.
More accurate? Yeah, maybe. You call it the inner side. Okay, Traum. I know where you get inner side now. That's what I was wondering. Yeah, the palm. We don't call it the inner side. It's the palm of the hand and the back of the hand. Okay. Sorry, Eleanor. Take the mic.
I think he said that it was more accurate, secure. Am I right?
Yeah, but surely a fingerprint is secure. It's unique. I mean, I read crime novels. Your fingerprint is meant to be unique. So why isn't it secure enough anymore? Let's find out.
Because you can remove your finger.
Oh, Monique! Wait, chop. We can chop somebody's hand off as well if that's the case. You have
a nice solution.
You have a criminal tendency there, Monique. Just chop his finger off. We'll take that with us.
Too many movies, I would say.
Yeah. Traum, you've asked for the mic. Take the mic.
No, my thought was when they print the whole hand, the whole palm, it could be they know more about the person, because when I see a hand, I can imagine how could be the rest of the person.
Really?
Small. I mean, a large hand, doesn't it refer to a large person or a tall person? When I see a large hand,
I don't know, to be honest. Maybe you can
I don't know,
imagine. You see a big hand, you can certainly tell. Usually, you can tell a female hand and a male hand, but they're not always, because some men have very feminine hands, some small feminine hands, and some women have got big plates of meat. So, okay, Sarah, sorry. Oh.
When I saw the big hand on the stone, then I thought it was a more larger person as they live today. They live in today's days.
Okay.
It wasn't a small person, I think. Or I'm wrong.
I don't know. I'm not a handologist. I'm just a hand.
Really? Handologist?
Yeah, I don't know. I made it up. But there are phrenologists that look at people's heads and the shape of their heads. There must be a handologist out there somewhere.
Okay.
Okay, let's carry on watching and find out why the fingerprint is not good enough anymore. And you don't have to chop somebody's finger off, by the way, Monique.
No, only remove the first, layer of.
Oh, yuck! Now you're skinning people. Oh my goodness! Don't even have to do that. It's quite scary, actually. Let's watch. Okay.
Gosh.
Yeah. So the price of being famous.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So don't wave.
If you have a photo, you can decipher it somehow.
Yeah. Well, if you think about, especially celebrity, I mean, if I take a photo of myself, I'm probably going to be using a little camera, but journalists use powerful cameras, and celebrities get photographed by more people than journalists nowadays. So if you've got a powerful camera, and they do, like she was doing, she was giving out the peace sign, yeah? There's a nice image of her fingerprint, and then you just get a 3D printer and you've got their fingerprint.
Interesting.
And so what they're saying is the whole hand, and that's much more difficult to reproduce. You've got the vein structure, you've got the palm print, you've got the fingerprints as well, of course. So it's much more difficult to reproduce. Okay, so let me just give Traum the vein structure. Yeah. So the vein structure. Vein is EI. Sorry about that, but you know what pronunciation and spelling can be like. Okay, so that's why they're now looking at handprint technology. But the thing is, eventually somebody's going to be able to just do that. Yeah, they'll just reproduce a 3D print of your hand. So eventually I think we're just going to have to strip off to prove who we are. Just take all our clothes off and go, look, it's me.
That's true.
Or maybe not. Tram doesn't look convinced. But we seem to be having to go to more and more extremes to get secure, to keep secure, to have security. Now, does anybody have a fingerprint scanner on their phone? Does anybody have a fingerprint lock on their phone?
No, I haven't.
In my laptop.
On your laptop, do you use it?
Yeah. Yes.
You
sure.
do? Okay, because I've got it on my laptop, but I haven't actually set it up. I can't. I'm like, no, because when I did it, I had exactly the thought you've put in my head, Monique, that if somebody wanted to get in my laptop, they might chop my finger off. So I've avoided
about it.
I have avoided using it. I really have.
Oh my God. But you know, some people have problems with their fingerprints because actually, I don't know if it's it is a sort of disease. But I have a friend and she cannot. I mean, scanners cannot read her fingerprints, and it's a really nightmare every time she just go abroad. You know, at the airport, and for a lot of procedures. You know, when
They
they
think she's an
require their
international
fingerprints.
criminal.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's something really complicated, you know, because it was a really complicated disease. But it's like that, you know. So
Yeah.
she has
Well,
just to
no, some
carry like
people.
a certificate, you know, like
Yeah,
okay, I don't
bless
have
her.
fingerprints.
Because I know some criminals actually remove their fingerprints with acid so that they can't be fingerprinted. But also what can happen is if you're working in a particular industry or you have a particular job, you can wear your fingerprints away. I mean, it's only skin. Traum, take the mic. What?
Oh, no, I just wanted to say the last time I had to make a fingerprint was at the ordering of a new passport.
They took your fingerprints?
Yes, they wanted each single finger from my hand.
But that's what you do to criminals. What did you do?
I'm a housewife, as you know.
I'm beginning to wonder. I've never heard of... Has anybody else had to give their fingerprints for a passport?
I newly ordered it.
Anybody else?
I haven't, but it's a long time.
Yeah, I've got to order one now. I literally for next year. I need a new passport for next year. So
I would need a new one because in the EU you can travel without it. So
yes, people don't understand that in the UK. Hubby was telling our friends this weekend. He says, well, "Yeah, but if I want to go to Italy, I just get on the plane." What? You don't take your passport. I don't need my passport to go to Italy. And they're like, but. I said, you're not in Schengen. It's nothing to do with Brexit. You're not in Schengen. You need a passport. Yes, if you're not.
But to travel to the UK, we don't need a passport. Identity card is enough, but
yes.
you have to have it.
You do have to have something, yeah. Passport or identity card if your country has identity cards, absolutely. But no, I mean, Schengen means you don't have all that nonsense anymore. But they really did not know that because they're British and they're still using passports. They're so old-fashioned. Anyway, I can't believe that Traumwelt had to give her fingerprints in order to get a passport. Are they on your passport then, Traum? Can you find them on your passport?
One moment.
Oh my goodness, she's gone to get her passport.
She's bringing her passport, yeah.
I think what I can remember, the finger is in one. Just a moment.
Uh-huh. Because I know that my old passport, I say old, it's one of the new ones with the biometric photograph. And I know there's a chip in that, but I did not have to give my fingerprints. And hubby got a new passport 2 years ago, and I'm sure he didn't have to give his fingerprints, but I must ask him when he gets home. Maybe he just didn't tell me. I'm terrible.
No fingerprint in the passport.
It's probably in the chip. There's a chip in your passport, so the information is probably embedded in the chip, Traum. But that means you can't do any crimes now, because they'll catch you.
Yeah.
That's really bad.
She's on the radar.
Yeah, you're on the radar. It means you can't go and do a jewel heist or a bank robbery. They've got your details, Traum. You'll be caught. Don't do it.
Pay your taxes as well.
No more big riding.
No more riding pigs through the city. People might not understand what that means, though. Right, what?
Yeah, I guess not.
Okay, well, look, I do. We'll have to finish there, but I thought it was kind of an interesting episode of Click, and Click's well worth watching anyway. So do watch the whole video. There's some scarily funny bits in it, yeah. So next week we'll take it a little further and look at one particular part of it in more depth. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So, any questions? Don't forget you can ask on the forum. And I'm so glad I've got chat back as well. So, hopefully it will. And the same link for next week as well. As I say, until Webinar Jam sorts itself out, this is going to be where we will meet for this session. Okay. It's a nice little, easy to remember talk to the hand. Okay. Thanks for taking part. And we'll see you next session.
It will be talk to the handprint.
Yes, it should be, shouldn't it? And I will be asking for your fingerprints as identification before you're allowed in the room.
Wow.
Famous Robert Elinor Minotaur.
Absolutely. Maybe not. You take care, guys. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, Lynn. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.
At least. Hi, Traum. Don't forget to mute to switch off your video. Okay, we don't use video. Okay, so let's see. Traum, you will need. Hello. It's foggy in Austria.
Can you hear me too?
I can hear you, but you've got your video on. Make sure you mute your video. Switch it off. Okay. Move your mouse to the top.
Yeah.
And then click on the video symbol, the camera symbol.
Yeah.
So that it's got so that it's red with a line through it. Okay, because at the moment you're broadcasting to the world of foggy Austria, which means you've done the very sensible thing of putting a sticker over your camera, but you're using your bandwidth up.
I have a big butterfly sticking on the camera, so you can't see myself.
Okay, no, but you're using your bandwidth. Okay, even if you've got a sticker on it, just block it. You don't need it. Okay, just switch it off.
Yes.
We can't see the butterfly anyway.
That's it. No, exactly. We can't see the butterfly. We can just see a grey fog, and you're using your bandwidth. It doesn't matter if you've got it blocked. You're still using up your bandwidth. Okay.
I can't do it, Lynn. I clicked on the camera icon. Zugriff auf Kamera und Mikrofon immer blockieren. And I say yes.
Yeah, do it within the application. Do it within the application, not on your computer. Let me just show you. Hang on. Let me just do a screen share. I'll just do a screen share.
Got it.
You've got it. Yay. Okay, good. Well done.
Well done.
And now we've got the moo
That's
cow.
not a
Yay.
Cow.
That's a moo cow. Okay. I mean, honestly, there's no benefit to having your cameras on for these sessions. None whatsoever. None. Maybe if we did a puppet show, perhaps, but we're not doing that. So don't bother. Okay, so welcome to Talk to the Hand. We're going to be watching a video on computer security, and it's from Click. Okay, so we're going to watch it together, and you can ask me questions, but I'll be stopping and starting it, and then we'll talk about. So we'll talk about it here in the Google Hangout, but we'll watch it in the other app. Okay. So I'm hoping you can access the app. If not, you'll just have to take our word for what we're seeing. Okay.
There, I think.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm streaming our Hangout. I'm not going to stream the video, but we're going to watch the video together, and that's what we will be discussing. Any questions before I start? Anybody totally confused and going, I don't know what you're going on about?
Well, if nobody is on a mobile device, it's going to be okay. So I just hope everybody is on the
that's the
laptop.
problem. I'm using my mobile, so maybe I need to change to my desktop.
Just you will have to switch, from one app to one application to the other application. Might be a bit complicated.
I think my general guideline for this session, especially where we're going to be sharing videos and audio, which is what Talk to the Hand's always been about, before they destroyed the technology. Now we've got the technology back. I would say use your laptop. Well, they did, didn't they? They took it. They gave it us, and then they took it away. I hate that. Don't take things away ever. Just give more. Yeah. Don't take stuff
given
away.
Is given.
Oh,
given is given.
Yeah, absolutely. But they did it. So now we've got it back. So I would suggest this session, laptop, computer. Okay. I would just make that suggestion. Okay, trams are... Oh, my goodness. We got a full house. Okay, hello, tram. How many tram belts do you think there'll be by the end of the session?
At least 2.
Yeah, because...
you went out and came back in again. Yeah, okay, you lose everything, don't you? In fact, we've got 2 of you, Monique. Oh, no, we've only got 1 of you now.
No, I'm sure that I'm here, so...
Okay. Okay, so those of you who could hear the video, where were they? Where were they shooting from? Any ideas?
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas, yeah. What did they... Not Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. It's always Las. I don't know why, but say Las Vegas. Yeah, Las Vegas. What did they call it? What did they gave some descriptive words about Las Vegas.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yes, absolutely. You've been to Vegas.
Yeah.
I've never been. It doesn't really appeal to me either, to be honest. But I think I'd just get annoyed if I went there. But no, they called it something particular. The Strip. Did you hear it? The Strip.
Strip. And a lot of cash. They repeated it several times.
Yeah. Well, what's Las Vegas famous for? Does anybody know?
Oh, casinos.
Yeah. Gambling.
Yeah,
casinos, gambling, big money, high rollers, high rollers. And who did they meet? Who else was that? What famous person did she seem to meet in Las Vegas? Did you spot the famous person?
Could you...
Yeah, did you spot a really famous person? Yeah, well done, Artem. Elvis. Don't forget, Elvis with a capital E. Elvis. Yeah. I mean, he's the one who sang Viva Las Vegas, isn't he? Isn't that one of his songs? Viva Las Vegas. So they met Elvis, or not. And Elvis, do you know what we call people who dress up as Elvis, sometimes for a job? They're paid to...
no idea.
Anybody? I mean, you can get good money if you look like Elvis. It can be a career. Honestly, I'm not joking. People pay to be married by Elvis.
There were news about the doppelganger Elvises, but some time ago, and I have no idea.
Yeah, we tend not to call them doppelgangers. Yeah. We call them impersonators. So it's an Elvis impersonator, somebody who's paid to impersonate. And it's quite legal because for one, he's dead. He has no legal say any longer. But you can be an Elvis impersonator, and being an impersonator is actually quite a well-paid job. It can be a well-paid job. If you look like a famous person, you can become an impersonator.
I once I saw another Kate Middleton, but I don't remember really.
Yeah, any royal member.
No.
Yeah, no. Any member of the royal family, if you look a little bit like them. Or politicians are quite popular as well. Of course, politicians come and go. So one week you're fully booked to look like Margaret Thatcher. The next week she's dead. You're no longer required. So it's a little precarious as a career. But Elvis impersonators, even though Elvis is dead, they're very popular still, because he was so famous. Beatles impersonators as well. Yep, you can make a bit of money doing that. So if you look like somebody famous, go for it. Okay, Ayatollah, no problem. You're going to listen. That's okay. You will need this link, though, because we're watching a video together. Okay, fingers crossed Zom can come back. Okay, let's carry on. Let's carry on watching the video. Save your bandwidth. Okay, so I hope everybody's got into the app. I will just give Traum the link so that she can join us, and then we will begin because we're going to run out of time otherwise. Okay, let me kill audio. So we're going to watch a little bit about computer technology. Okay, and it's a hot topic at the moment. I think Marion has done some sessions on it. How to keep yourself safe online, or nowadays it's more, can you keep yourself safe online? Is it even possible? So let's see. I hope everybody's in the app. Okay, so hopefully you can see the video, you can hear the video, and
Eileen.
I couldn't hear anything. I maybe change my parameter. I couldn't hear anything, so I will not intervene here. I will let you. I will try to check what's wrong with my computer. Let you run.
Okay.
Keep going with the session.
Okay,
I will just be silent.
So,
Eileen, can you just send me the link?
Yeah, I did earlier, but I can put it in again. Here it is.